to another episode of Homegrown Training Minutes, sponsored by Fire Engineering. My name's Mark Gregory, along with Jim Sandas. Today we're going to pick up where we left off on our last video. We've gained access to our victim and to the auger. In this episode, what we're going to do is actually disassemble the auger in order to get the victim out. I'm going to let Jimmy take over from this point.
So just to recap, we've basically provided patient stabilization, placed a cervical collar on him, placed the patient on a board. Now what we need to do is stabilize the auger itself. So in order to do that, we could take either wooden or metal wedges and place them in opposite directions so that basically we're locking the auger in place without moving it. Next, what we need to do is provide protection to the patient's hand. So we can take something of heavy metal. Here, we're going to use the back of a Halligan tool to protect the cut from injuring the patient. Now, our tool of choice can be one of several. Here we're going to use a right angle grinder in order to make our cut. But as you can see, as we get through, because of the size of the tool, we may not be able to complete it. So we can use our hand tools, such as a hacksaw, to finish the cut. So before we even do any work or even start cutting, advise the patient what we're going to do. Make let him hear what the sound of the right angle grinder is going to be, and then we can proceed insofar as cutting it. Now, in case we do get close to the patient's skin, we want to provide some sort of other protection, a wetting agent. So we can take water to cool the agent down that we're cutting, so that in case he does touch the auger itself, it won't be hot to the touch. As you can see, the armature of the right angle grinder doesn't provide us to make a complete cut. So we could take our hand saw, or hacksaw, and finish completing the cut. Our third tool of choice that we can use to finish the cut can be a Dremel tool. Once the cut is complete, depending upon how the shaft is intact, we can either use Allen keys or, once again, that gator socket to loosen the shaft, and then we can just pull the shaft out.
Ready, Jimmy?
Yep. And we can remove the patient's hand, thus providing further medical treatment for transport to the hospital.
So once again, we went over all the steps in our two-part series on how to remove somebody from an auger-type machine. Remember, lockout, tagout, patient stabilization, gaining access to the machine itself, and then once you've got the machine opened up, the actual auger. Removing the auger using either hand tools or power tools to get it up, stabilize the victim, and get him out. My name's Mark Gregory, along with Jim Sandas. You're watching Homegrown Training Minutes by Fire Engineering.